The year was 1913. There were 4 brave women who travelled west, all the way across Canada, from the Sisters of St. Joseph's in Toronto to an isolated logging community on Vancouver Island. And when they finally made it at the dock at Comox to set up a much-needed care facility, they were met by Jack Hawkins.
My dad was working a driving team, of course, this with a carriage, and he went down to the wharf and brought these nuns back up to the hospital area.
100 years to the day of the arrival at the dock, Myrtle Heron attended the celebration of St. Joseph's Hospital Centennial at the Comox Museum.
The way it began is the guy that owned Comox Logging lived in Vancouver, McCormick, and so he thought it was a great idea. They needed some hospitals in the area because there was a lot of logging, and as you know, there's lots of critical accidents that go with that. So he was very good friends with the Archbishop, and so he had talked to him. Well, he got transferred to Toronto. And so he then lobbied the guy in Toronto and said, well, we really need somebody. Who can you send? Can you arrange something? So he contacted the Sisters from St. Joseph's, and they sent 4 sisters. And they arrived on July the 5th, 1913, 100 years ago today.
Only one of the sisters was a nurse. The others came from various backgrounds. One was a music teacher, one was a teacher, one was an administrator, but all shared the care and passion to care for others, and together with the community they built a foundation of St. Joseph's Hospital.
So it's had a history of growth and growth with the population that's come into the area, and there's been a lot of input from the community and from the church and from everybody. So it's been just a really good example of what happens when you put a lot of hard work together with a strong community spirit.
At the celebration, Comox resident Ruth Dixon remembers the care from the Sisters of St. Joseph's.
And I came down one time, I'd had an infection. I came down to see him, and the medicine he gave me put me in the hospital.
Oh dear.
So I was there for a week. That was my first experience. It was a lovely, clean little hospital at that time.
The exhibit at the Comox Museum documents how St. Joseph's Hospital, with the support of the community, grew from 4 sisters, setting up a cottage hospital, and yet having the vision to clear the land to build the hospital we see today and beyond.
The hospital was always there as far as I was concerned. And it was just something that we all relied on during my time.
Visit the Comox Museum, downtown Comox, in the Comox Valley and Kate Brown.